Hello and welcome everyone to our Wednesday prayer call here in the Lightleaders Academy Earth Angels support group. So happy to be with you today. Today is Wednesday, um, July 29th, and this whole month is, I don't know about you, but flying by. I can't believe we're halfway through the summer period, right? And it'll will be time for school pretty soon, and then it'll be time for fall. So we are moving very quickly through this year of 2020. And even though it has been a very challenging year for us all, I believe, we are also growing immensely in our own ways and, gifting to the collective consciousness in our own ways. Of how we are making new choices, perhaps, or letting go of things that do not serve us anymore, whether they be relationships or jobs, or maybe we are physically moving in our life, or maybe we are birthing a new creative idea. We've felt new passion, new inspiration coming in. Um, with the world changes going on. So, there's a lot of movement, right? A lot of movement, a lot of change happening at this time on the planet. So I'll just invite you now to take a moment to begin to just settle in for a few moments. And I'll even invite you to bring your hand to your heart if you'd like. And just take a few deep breaths for a moment. Just allow yourself to slow down for a moment and breathe because it's so much part of our modern day life, right, that we are in our groove. We're doing our thing, and we're busy, and we're taking care of ourselves, our families, and we're in this momentum. So I like to every Wednesday just take a few minutes out of our busy week and come together in this beautiful global prayer call where we can come together and we can just gift ourselves for a few minutes of rest, of relaxation, of really beginning to tune inward to that place of deep within us, right? Deep within us. That is in the center of our heart space that we can move into, and we can reconnect with our center for a few moments, right? We can reconnect with the stillness and the peace that is always there, sometimes buried under layers of stuff that is going on. However, just setting our clear intention to begin to activate that place within us much more deeply in new ways, and just setting that clear intention and speaking that to the universe, and however the ways that you feel will set you on this powerful course throughout your life. And certainly prayer has been very instrumental in my life since I was a young girl here in the South of the United States, and going to church with my family. And prayer always spoke to my heart. It was the way that I was taught to speak with God, Goddess. And so prayer would be about speaking to God, Goddess, and making a request, perhaps, but then learning the flip side of that, to learning how to meditate, how to really sit and listen, and to listen to my inner God, Goddess speak with me, and begin to pay attention to in the ways that that wisdom, that truth was trying to lead me forward in my life. So I do believe in the power of prayer, affirmative prayer, and it has been just so powerful. And so that's why I feel drawn to share that with you today, and to have this beautiful time again for you to come and to breathe, to rest, relax, and maybe take a few moments to see, how is your day going today? How is your week going today? Do you have a clarity about what direction you're moving in with your life? Or perhaps you're in a state of not being clear. Maybe you're in a place of confusion or not sure what to do right now, or just not being able to make a decision, or maybe you're feeling a little overwhelmed today. And this is all part of the human experience, right? And so, whatever you're going through today, I will just, invite you to be with those feelings. And um, we are all learning how to be with our feelings, I think, in new ways. And because our societies have been so conditioned to not be in touch with our feelings and to operate pretty much from our brains only. And so, this whole journey of ascension that's now unfolding, unflowering, if you will, during this year of 2020 is inviting us to begin to just go inward and to become focused on how do I really feel about my life right now. And, whatever's coming up for you is perfect for you, whatever those feelings are. And, I don't really like to look at emotions as a negative. I like to look at emotions as our internal guidance system. And the more we can pay attention to that internal guidance system, through the language of our emotions, um, and then the languaging of our body, which our body holds our truth, our body never lies. And just tapping into those tools are very, very powerful ways to begin to allow that guidance to come into your life and not just rely so much on just the logical left brain. I mean, there are times that we need that logic, of course, and we need to be using reason. We need to be in a practical way. However, tapping into all parts of yourself, your logical left brain, the reasoning mind, but also including in the right mind, the mind of creativity, your intuition, um, inviting all of this to sit at the table with you, inviting in your soul, um, and beginning to operate in this new way, perhaps, of being, um, of really settling in and grounding into um, a new flow that's coming in from the new earth vibration. And so I like to segue into um, our goddess today. I like to invite in a goddess to meet with us during our prayer circle. Love working with the goddess energy. Um, and that's really part of my offering, is because I am um, a leader, a light leader, an emissary for the divine feminine Christ consciousness, which is part of my own mission and pathway. So working with the goddess energies is very natural for me. And so today, the beautiful goddess that wanted to come forward and talking about the new earth vibration, right, of the fifth dimension that some people call it, and even getting into the fourth dimension, really, um, because our heart, when we can really begin to awaken and heal our heart center, that is really the level of the fourth dimensional consciousness. And so here on planet Earth, we are seeing the fall of the third dimensional consciousness, the previous world, the previous structures. We're continuing to see a lot of chaos, turmoil, as all of that begins to fall away. And then, which can be scary, yes, and can be, we can have some fear around that, is, the human part of us, because we, as humans, we have needs to meet. We have these bodies that need, food and air. We need shelter. We need safety, and all of these things are very, very real. Um, and so today, our beautiful goddess of compassion, Quan Yin, who I love Quan Yin. I love all the goddesses, but I feel very, very close to Kuan Yin, and I love this beautiful image of her. So I'll just kind of show that to you now. You can hopefully see her beautiful image. A lot of times I see her with a lot of purple, in the card or around her. In this card, there's a lot of red. There's a lot of which red is all about the root chakra, being, feeling safe and grounded into Mother Earth and receiving the frequency of unconditional love from Mother Earth, who is the goddess. And and then there's a lot of beautiful blue energy here as well, kind of a blue green, and a lot of sparkling energy too of the celestial realms. So Kuan Yin's message to us today, with being the goddess of compassion, is around I recognize suffering in order to release it. And she also shares that curiosity breeds compassion. So let's just tap into that for just a minute. And, her invitation today is, do you recognize, your own suffering that perhaps is being very much coming to the surface in your own life? And it can be coming in lots of different ways, right? And sometimes we have been so conditioned and um, shut down that we can't even get to the point of really even seeing how we're living still from a place of pain and suffering and misery energy. Um, and so her invitation today is to begin to just allow for uh, a new place of being to begin to enter into your life, a new place of clarity to rise up from the depths of you, from your inner beingness, so that you might become more clear uh, on the conscious level in your awareness of, where inside of me am I still in this pattern of creating or feeling like, that it's necessary to create pain and suffering and misery for myself. And that could be, on the mental level, it could be, through a lot of thought patterns that are either limiting or thought patterns that are, with a negative spin on them, patterns like I'm not a good person, I'm a bad person, um, I'm stupid, I'm not worthy. It could be any thoughts like that. It could be also very critical thoughts coming up, or judgmental thoughts coming up that are kind of keeping you looping, looping in these mental patterns of really keeping you in pain. Um, because this is not the truth of who you are. And so these mental thought patterns can be very harsh. I used to have them myself. It took me about a year to learn how to even begin to calm down these, you know, just so many thought patterns. And so that they actually became beliefs because when we keep thinking these patterns over and over and over again, then they become ingrained into our brain, into even our womb center as beliefs. And we begin to then live from those beliefs, even though they're not true. And we are not even aware that they're not true. So there can be this kind of level of mental suffering that's going on where we're just kind of keep looping in and out of, you know, these self defeating mental thoughts or patterns that are completely out of alignment with our truth, with our authentic way of being. So, what do I mean when I say that? What I'm talking about is that our authentic blueprint, our authentic soul signature, if you will, um, that was created by God Goddess, was created in perfection, right? It's perfect, it's whole, it's complete, it's balanced. There are no thoughts of judgment. There is no judge. There is no critic. Um, you, at the core of you, are a playful, innocent being. You are also a creator. And so the qualities of your soul, the divine qualities of your soul that are perfect and for you and were made in the image of God Goddess in a very unique, special way, are the energies of joyfulness, the energies of playfulness, the energies of love, of courage, of the energies of um, compassion, the energies of peace, um, creativity. Um, this are all the energies that God got us intended for us to be living in this human experience as the divine human. So, just looking at the mental level, if you are experiencing any of those sort of patterns, then I would invite you to um, begin a journal. I find journaling is a powerful tool that every morning or evening, when you carve out some time, you just sit down and just begin to write. You just write, you can call it a mind dump, and you just write out everything that's spewing in your mind. As you write that out, then you can go back and you can then read it later. You can read over it and go, "Oh, I've never noticed that before. I never noticed those words, or I never noticed I was putting myself down or criticizing myself or judging myself. I never saw that before." And so then these patterns will begin to reveal themselves. And as you bring them to your conscious awareness, then you can begin to, just sit with those and the feelings that arise. And as you do that, those patterns will begin to dissolve. And you can also hold these in a space of compassion. And that's what Kuan Yin so beautifully brings to us, is this beautiful energy of compassion. It's just holding everything, how we're feeling, how we're being. In that moment, we just allow it to be without judgment, right? Without judgment. We just allow it a space to just be there. So if you can't get to the space of loving it, which can be a challenge, then even the step before compassion, and our goal is to always get to the energy of compassion, which is a little bit more evolved than empathy. But if you even go back one step, I would say just coming into neutrality. So that's where the energy of curiosity can be a great tool to come in and just being curious about, well, why am I putting myself down? Why am I saying those derogatory things about myself? Why am I shaming myself into doing something, telling myself I have to do something, I should do something, I must do something, which is going against every grain of my being. And my body is screaming, perhaps, no, 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 that's not right for you. Or that's not my belief, or that's not my truth, but yet I'm trying to force myself into it. So, and then we have the emotional level, right? So, moving into the emotions and, just opening up space to recognize that perhaps we are not allowing ourselves to truly be in touch with our true feelings and emotions. And again, maybe we have a conditioning or a habit or a way of disassociating with our emotions if they're too painful. And we are in a pattern of pain and suffering and misery that's being created, but yet we can't see it. Um, and so, as we can just invite in our higher self, our soul, to begin to work with us, to begin to identify these ways of being where we're not allowing ourselves to feel our true feelings and to express those feelings in healthy ways. Excuse me. So, when we don't allow ourselves to feel and express our truth and our emotions, either through verbalizing it, or we could write these feelings out, we could type them out on the computer, we could even exercise. We could even use exercise as a wonderful tool to allow ourselves to just be in touch and allow the flow of our emotions to move in and through us. And so, if we're not allowing these emotions to come up and give them a space of compassion, or even moving into curiosity to be curious about those, um, or into a point of neutrality, just coming into being a neutral zone, any of those and all of those energies will work. then what happens is that we can really begin to suffer in our physical level, because when we do not express our feelings and emotions and we begin to stuff them down because we don't want to feel the pain, then they actually literally, we stuff them into the cells of our body. And what this does is this, over the years, begins to create a toxicity within the cells of our body. And this can lead even to physical disease. It can lead to the manifestation of a mental illness or a physical illness, um, because these emotions and these feelings were meant to flow through us as humans. It's part of the beauty of having a human experience. So our emotions, even emotions like anger or rage or jealousy or resentment, all of these emotions it's important to express these emotions in finding healthy ways to allow these emotions to emerge, and to be able to honor those emotions and to hold them in a space of either curiosity or neutrality, or if you can get to the energy of empathy and then compassion. So, right now, with the huge changes on the earth and what is happening around the globe, a lot of us are getting triggered with emotions that have been tucked away, that we didn't want to look at, we didn't want to see, we don't want to feel. and but what's happening now is because of the powerful energy of the divine feminine coming in to the planet, and all of these beautiful high crystalline plasmic energies coming in, we really don't have a choice. It's getting hard to continue that way of being, where you're the pattern of suppressing those emotions. If you're still trying to do that, you're in that pattern, you're going to continue to be in a world of pain and suffering and misery, through that choice, consciously or unconsciously. And so the Goddess Quan Yin is now inviting you today to begin to find this clarity through curiosity, perhaps, of just getting um, and moving into a deeper place within you, to begin to invite in clarity around, where am I suppressing my true feelings, um, in my thoughts about myself, my habits. Do I have any addictions, of where I'm, using uh, I'm in a habit of an addiction or an unhealthy pattern because I don't want to feel those feelings right now. So, I may reach for food. I might go shopping. It can be anything, where we are literally just trying to turn off, feeling the painful emotion. The truth is, there's no shortcuts on the spiritual path, in the sense that whatever's unresolved within you, wherever you are feeling the unbalances and out of alignment with the frequency of your own authentic blueprint, which is really unconditional love, um, wherever we have this gaps in our consciousness, in our belief system, in our body, then those are going to continue to surface from your unconscious. They're going to continue to come up until they're resolved. And sometimes, when we're ignoring them, the voice gets louder, and things can happen, like accidents. Like having a car accident is a big signal of, hey, I'm trying to get your attention. Please look at me. An illness, a loss of a job, a loss of a relationship, these things that kind of stop us dead in our tracks and are trying to get our attention, for the purpose of helping us to take that next step on our journey, to begin to come back to the frequency of love, and to begin to um, step into the vibration of wholeness again, and to dissolve the pain, the suffering, the fear, um, and all of these lower frequency vibrations that were created in the third dimensional earth. So, just take a moment and breathe, and I'll just invite you now to close your eyes, and let's do a little bit of a meditation journey here. And I'll just invite in the beautiful goddess Quan Yin, who's already here beautifully, to begin to bring in her beautiful, beautiful energy of the pink ray of unconditional love. Yeah, and just begin to open your crown chakra, open up the top of the head. Just begin to receive these beautiful celestial energies now being brought through for you from Kuan Yin. And as you do, just begin to breathe and relax your body, relax your shoulders. Just bring a wave of relaxation from your head all the way down to your feet. And just gently breathing in. And I'll ask these beautiful celestial energies of compassion, along with the pink ray of unconditional love of the mother's love, the mother's nectar, to begin to gently move in and through you, and with the guidance of your higher self and your intention. So just setting your own intention to receive, and you don't have to know anything other than that. Just setting your intention to receive in this moment these beautiful nurturing energies of compassion and unconditional love to begin to flow through your body and being, bringing healing to your mental mind, just soothing your thoughts, gently releasing any painful thoughts that are creating suffering and misery, and asking this beautiful pink ray to move through your emotional body, bringing healing, bringing you to the vibration of love, and just allowing these energies to dissolve any repressed emotions, any blocks that have been created, any places where you're not flowing in harmony throughout your body, in your emotional body, and now to the physical body. Just bringing in this beautiful pink ray of unconditional love, of the mother's love. Let's bring that into your heart, healing any heart wounds, any places where you're still holding on to any emotions of shame or guilt, fear, not feeling worthy. Any places that you have just a general feeling of feeling bad. Any places of any lower dense energies that you're still holding on to in your heart, in your organs, maybe in your endocrine system, in your muscles, your skin, your fascia, circulating these energies through your blood system, all the way into the marrow of your bones. We'll invite these healing energies to just burn away, just burn those layers off, to reveal your true, radiant, loving, perfect, and whole self, so that you can begin to live in thriving and joy and happiness in every moment. You can begin to align with the true vibration of love and joy that you are, and that you do not need to live in the vibration of pain and suffering and misery any longer. And you don't have to know how to do that. You just set this clear intention in prayer today, inviting in your higher self and inviting in your highest light team and highest guides to hold this space of clarity and intention of showing you what is my next step. What is the next step for me? What is this next step for me to step into this new way of being, into this new earth vibration, so that I am living and I am thriving no matter what's going on out in the world, because I am now acting from my own inner heart compass, my own inner compass of my own divine soul blueprint, which is my truth. And my truth shows me the way. Take a moment to breathe in and just activating now and just receiving this blessing from Kuan Yin, and also a blessing of just restoring the divinity within your cells, within your human hologram, awakening the divinity of your own divine truth, your I am presence right now in your mental, your emotional, your physical, and your spiritual bodies of light, activating your light body. Just breathing in, breathing out, gently, gently, allowing the flow to move in and through you in new ways, bringing you into a new expanded awareness and consciousness that you are a powerful creator of light and love, and to begin to understand, what does that mean for me? Begin to show me how to stand in my own divine sovereignty again with compassion for myself, and bringing in this energy of compassion not only for myself, but for my family, for my friends, for my community, for the world, to help me to shift into this higher perspective and way of seeing the world with new eyes, through the eyes of compassion. And breathing that in, and now just bringing your energy down to the bottom of your feet so that you feel grounded and safe in your body. Taking another deep breath and just gently opening your eyes when ready. Beautiful. And now just want to take a moment to thank our beautiful Goddess Quan Yin today for leading us through this beautiful meditation and prayer. And she invites you to work with her. She is here. She has made a commitment to humanity that she will not ascend into the higher realms until every single soul on this planet um, has reached enlightenment. So, this is her gift to you today of compassion. And where can you bring more compassion to yourself today? In what ways can you bring this beautiful energy of compassion for healing, for grace, so that you can begin to move through life in a new way with more love, more softness, more gentleness, more kindness for yourself? And as you do that, beloved, it will naturally begin to permeate out through you to your family, to your friends, to your community, in the world, because we are all connected. And so um, there's no need to stay in fear. Um, and so bring compassion to fear. Each time you feel fear, Kuan Yin invites you to bring compassion to dissolve that fear. As you do, you will begin to raise your frequency, your personal vibration of light, and you will feel so good. You're going to feel so good. You're going to feel joyful and happy. You're going to feel fabulous. This is what your higher self, this is what God Goddess wants for you and for all of us, to return to our original state of being. And this is the new earth vibration. So, everyone, thank you for joining me today in this beautiful prayer circle. And before we leave, I did have a quick announcement today. I have started a new private community called Get Your Goddess Groove On. And I have a link in the comments there. If you're interested, please go and check it out. And I'm really, really super, super, super excited to bring this new vision, this new community that's evolving and growing, and where we get to share ideas and stories. We get to share our gifts. We get to share so much. It's going to be so awesome. It already is awesome. And would love to have you to be a part of that. So to join the community is totally free. And so I invite you to go check it out and see all the cool things there. So, and this is an extension of the Light Leaders Academy. So, yes. So, thank you so much for being with me today. If you enjoyed and found this video helpful for you and supportive, please like and share it with others and invite them to our community. I would so, so appreciate that. So, sending you lots of love and blessings wherever you are in the world today. Um, be you, have fun. Um, Enjoy some playtime, some rest, and until next time, namaste. Sending you lots of love and blessings. Okay, bye bye for now.